people, I'm Sasha and I'm a little random. Welcome and welcome back. Alright, okay, so today we are going to be potting up some props. I kind of ran an experiment. I did a Dieffenbachia tropic snow in 3 different ways of propagating. I did one in sphagnum moss, I did one in water, and I did one in soil. Now, the only thing I didn't do was perlite, and maybe next time, but I didn't think about that until after, a few days after, so I couldn't time it the same. You know, we want this to be a real experiment, right? Okay. So this is, let me just show you. So if you look over here, this is what it looked like as a whole plant. Again, it's a Dieffenbachia tropic snow, I believe. And this is what the top part looked like when I cut it up, right? And kind of hurt my heart a little bit, but you know, it had to be done. It was getting a little leggy and the bottom was empty, and I just wanted to be more full, okay? And not so high up with so much space in between the stem and then leaves, right? So, okay. This was the first day, November 1st of 2021. This is just the very beginning. And then we have, what is it? I'm looking to the other side because, you know, that my notes are right there instead of in my lap, which is where I normally keep them. The next one is January 14th. Okay, so there's that. And then we have the current date. I'm going to show you a picture, which you're also going to see them in real life, but just to keep the mode going, this is today, which is February the 8th of 2022. So November, December, January, almost 3 months. No, wait. November, December, January, February. No, it's been 3 months. So we have 3 months of growth. I'm just going to pull these out. I'm going to pot them up in 2 different pots. So 3 are going to go in one, and then 2 are going to go in the other, because there's 5 altogether. I probably could have made more, but you know, I didn't want to be greedy. I'll also show you the bottom part and the top part as well, but that'll be later in the video. Okay, so alright, so without further ado, you don't need to see me anymore. Let's get to these roots and see who's grown more roots, who's grown more leaves, and you know what's going on. All right. Okay, so this is what we have here. We have the water propagation, which is still growing some leaves, and we got a little bit of algae on there, but that's okay. But you know, if you compare it to my finger, we have about 3 inches of roots. Just about 3 inches of roots. This one is really healthy. The rest of these are okay, but this one right here is really healthy. That's the one I'm really excited about. But as you can see, we still have some new growth coming out. None of the pattern that we have, if you notice, none of these have the pattern on them, and they're just all green. I don't know why that is, but maybe that's just the way it is. And then we have the soil propagation. Very little growth, but I suspect it's going to have more roots. Very little growth, but yeah, I really do think it's going to be a lot more roots in here anyway. But we do have some new growth. We have a leaf coming up here and a leaf coming up here. So we got some movement. I don't see any other nodes though. But yeah, that's what we have here. And then, let me just move the camera up a little bit. And then we have these here. These have the best leaves. These have the best leaves growing in. And I mean, it's steady growing. If you see right here, I don't know if you can find an angle. Okay, there we go. We have one growing here coming in. We have this one right here coming in. It's very cute and small. And then on the other one, we have these 2 right here, okay? Now, the only thing with this one is that if you notice, it's once I pot them, these will be growing to the side a little bit. but that's fine. It will grow, and you know, the rest of the leaves will come in good. So let's see what we got here. I kind of want to, all right, so let's move this out the way for now. We know what those roots look like, and trying to get these out is going to be the hard part, because if you notice, I can lift this and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere, okay? Okay. We do have some algae, but let's see if we can get some of these leaves out. I'm sorry, some of this sphagnum out. I'm not really seeing where... Oh, I see roots right there. This is the only thing with sphagnum moss. This is my first time growing in sphagnum moss or propping in sphagnum moss, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I did have high hopes because a lot of people prop in sphagnum moss. But the part that I didn't want to have to deal with is this: trying to get the sphagnum off the roots without breaking the roots. And you just have to be gentle and kind of know, pay attention to where your roots are. And we have a lot of roots, people. I am seeing a lot of roots. So this is good, but separating is bad. Okay. This, of course, is going to make a mess. I am going to fast forward this. So just, you know, bear with me here. Okay, here we go with the first one. That is a lot of roots compared to the water roots. A lot more roots. These were started the same day. But look at the leaves. The leaves are bigger on the one in the sphagnum and a little bit smaller in the one with the water. Like half the size. Okay, let's get the other one out. Wow, this is amazing. This really is amazing. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. All of this roots. All of these roots. Look at that. That is I am amazed at the difference, really. Okay, so we are going to set those aside in here. And we're going to do a quick cleanup, okay? Now, I really am amazed at the difference between water and sphagnum, but we still have one more test to go before we finish with getting them out. And that, my friend, is soil. So let me just remove this. All right. Okay. Now I am going to reuse some of this soil just because it's only been a few months. And if you look right here, there's a little bit of soil. I'm sorry, a little bit of root coming out right here. Can you see my finger? Okay. We are going to just dump this out in here and see what kind of roots we have. See, now already it's not looking like it's anywhere near the sphagnum roots. But let's see if it's any better than, well, this is kind of interesting. So this is soil roots. And if you notice, I kind of was thinking that maybe this would grow more roots than leaves, and that it was just focusing on growing roots before the leaf. But that's not the case. It's not that much. It's more full, but it's not that much more than the water roots. Honestly, that maybe 2 or 3 times more than the water roots. Yeah, I guess. So, but the leaf is so much smaller, especially when compared to this right here. Like, what in the world? That is amazing. All right, so let's get the other one. Yep, it's the same. It's the same. And that is, I mean, that's just amazing to me. Okay, so let's see if we can clean up and pot this up. All right, so before we get this started, let's do a quick overview. This is water. This is water, and these are the roots. Okay, these are soil. These are the roots. And then we have sphagnum. In order of growth from lowest to longest. Like, this is amazing. But again, if you notice, none of them have the white pattern on them. This has like little dots. If you look a little closely, there are 2 on here. And then if you look on this one, there are 2 on here. Oh, 3. Okay. But that's about it. So the color will come through. But for right now, this is what we have. So let's get started. All right, so let's get the potting. So I have 1 4-inch and 1 5-inch. All right, boom. 1 4-inch, 1 5-inch. And I have decided to put these 2 in the 4-inch. So this is the one with the longest sphagnum thing. Now, also keep in mind, if you don't get all the sphagnum off, it's fine. Just get as much off as you can. It will just, you know, break down and end up in the soil. Not the worst thing in the world, okay? Also, I am using my mixture, which is 1/3 soil, 1/3 perlite. A little less than 1/3. I don't know how that happened, but, and 1/3 of orchid bark. So I do the medium to small chunks because I just like the way that they spread. And you know, big chunks tend to take up extra space, and while you want good flow, you also don't want it to take up a whole bunch of space where your soil is not getting moist enough. Okay, actually, let's see. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. What about that? Was that good? I think I like this way. Yeah, I think I like this way. So yes, I use my hands. I am a soil in hand girl. Well, woman, excuse me, woman. And as I was saying earlier, you can tell that this one with the sphagnum, since it grew on its side, I don't know why I did that. It's growing sideways, but that's fine. The new growth will grow upward towards the sun, or light, should I say, because I do have this under, I will be having this under a grow light. And the good thing about a clear pot is that you can see any gaps and correct them as needed. A little pat on the side, and I do recommend doing this with your non-clear pots too. Even if you can't see, you know there are going to be some pockets in there. Just go ahead and do a quick tap on the side and you know, get it cleared and evened out. Okay, alright, so let's get, where's my brush at? Let me grab my handy dandy makeup brush. so we can get some of the soil off the side and off of the top part and this leaf right here. All right, so that is the first one. See, we have a winner. We have a winner. All right, and this is gonna go plop right in there for now. There is a tray to this, but that's okay. I'll display these later. Okay, and then let's do the 5-inch with the 3 in it. Okay. So with these long ones, what I like to do is just kind of twirl them around the pot. I don't want them all in one space. I want it spread out. Okay. We're gonna put that one there. Okay. That one there. And how I'm gonna hold all of these in place, I do not know. But you know, there's always a way. Alright, so this is not bad. I think I got it. Okay. I can't really turn. But, okay. Alright, now I think I can turn. Okay. We are good, people. We are good. I can't wait to see how these grow in the next 6 months. It's not growing season yet, so I really wasn't expecting as much growth as I got, to be honest with you. But I am really happy with how this turned out. Now, I think in the future what I'll do is pay attention to the size of the roots that grow on certain plants, because some plants just have thicker roots and some of them have longer roots and thinner roots. So I think if I have a thinner root plant, I won't use the sphagnum method, just because I don't want there to be, ooh, I just got a fungus gnat. Oh my goodness, ew. It's like when you get a fungus gnat, you're really excited, and then when you get it and you realize you've got it, it's like, ew. But I'm still victorious because I got it and it ain't getting me. Alright, so we have this one here. I'm actually going to turn this a little bit. Alright. So this is what this one looks like. I kind of have them pointed all types of ways, just to kind of make it full when it grows up. I may split these, I may trade them, I may sell them, I don't know, but I'm just excited to see it grow in the next few months. Okay? So, as I said, tap it out, because you'll also see how the soil drops down a little bit. And it's okay when you're repotting to overfill the pot, because you know what's going to happen? When you water, it's going to go down. It just is. It's going to settle in even more. And you're going to want to put more soil in there after the fact, which, you know, who wants to go through that process all over again? Well, it's not the worst thing, though. It's not that bad. But once you feel like you got your pot perfect, you don't really want to, you know. So this is what my soil mixture looks like. This is what the plant looks like. I am excited. I really am. I can't wait for more nodes to grow. Come on, spring. And I can't wait to see what this one's going to look like. Maybe this one will have some color in it. I don't know. But let's get you a quick overview and then we can head on out. This is the top part. I just got this very big leaf last week. It's massive. I don't know why it's so much bigger than the rest of these. If you look, this is about a little bit bigger than my hand, but not quite as large. Yeah, but it's growing, it's healthy. We have a new node here coming. We have a new leaf coming in right here. It's very happy. I'm not going to bother to check the roots because it's very happy. I don't want to bother it. And we have it on a little pole, a very little pole, but it's standing up. The pole is more so to balance the pot, more so than the plant itself, because the plant stands up on its own. but it's definitely doing well. So let's catch the bottom half. Alright, so we have this bottom part. Now, in its defense, it did not grow this much. This was already sprouting before I cut the top off. It did, however, grow in this leaf right here that it's popping open now. This is actually where I cut it, and that has grown nothing. I have checked the soil and I have checked my finger around on the inside, and I think it just decided to focus on growing this right here rather than putting out any nodes right here. But that's fine. It's still very pretty, and I can always break this part off and separate that into a new plant later in life, and this will probably end up growing something eventually, just not right now, because again, it's not spring, it's not growing time. I do keep my room a certain way year round, but that doesn't mean it knows that. And so, hey, this is what we got. I'll take it. Okay, we still got growth. Now, let's do a quick overview of the plants that we potted up. Yes. So, we have this in a nice pot. Nice white pot. Nice brown pot. Alright, so let's do it a little turn. It's not exactly centered, but that's going to bother me later. But for right now, we can deal with it, right? We can deal with it now. Then we have this one here. Yes, it's so pretty. Alright, so we are good to go. Let's do the sign off. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the experiment, because that was kind of fun for me. I think next time I do a propagation test or, comparison, I'm definitely going to do perlite. I hear a lot of people are doing that. You can still get roots, and that transitioning to soil is a lot better. So I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that. I'm going to wait till the springtime to see how that works out. And I guess I'll just compare water, sphagnum, and perlite. Let's see how that works out. I don't know what plant I'm going to do, so don't ask, because I have no clue yet. We're just going to have to see what needs to be propped when springtime gets here, okay? We're going to experience it together. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoy your day. Don't forget to like, thumbs up, and subscribe. Don't be strangers. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you are, what you thought, what you think, any recommendations, any experiments that you've done, and what you've noticed between what differences you've noticed between the different ways of propagating. I'd be really interested in hearing what outcomes you have, and if you have a preference as well. Alright, so I guess I will just have to see you laters.